Hi, Mikey. I'm Giandra for Boxing Insider. Congratulations on your new signing. You've been a man who's been in hot pursuit by a number of entities for a long time. You're making substantial income in the sport. Why was this a good time now to enter into this agreement with Dazn?
Well, we finally reached an agreement for a one fight deal, and it makes sense for both. You know, like I was trying to clarify a little earlier, I can't give full details, obviously, about the full agreement, but it's a one fight deal, and I see it, and we feel it's more of a partnership than me signing, just to a company to work with. I did sign for the one fight. We're basically partners. We're co-promoting. You'll still see my Garcia Promotions logo on the banner for that reason. So it's more of a partnership than just a typical fighter signing to a long-term deal with a promoter. After the fight, we will look at a lot of options. We will look at different possible fights. It gives both sides, the zone and Matchroom and myself, the opportunity to be flexible about what's next. So that's what I like. I'm basically still a free agent in that way because I still have the opportunity to explore anything else that's out there.
I like the idea of the flexibility and the ability to fight on different platforms, fight different people, or even open up opportunities for your promotional company. We've seen that before in the past with Miguel Cotto. Did you look at that as a kind of a roadmap, or did you even take note of how he was doing it with Top Rank and Golden Boy in the past?
Well, I mean, I don't know specific details on how he was handling his business and his career in the later part of his career, but I mean, I've just done it this way since I came back. I've been doing fight by fight, and I was never signed to anybody, and even now, yeah, we're signed for one fight, just like I did for my last fights. Every time I did a fight through the PBC and Heyman and Schaefer and all, it was just a one fight. I signed for one fight. I gave them rights to promote me, but just for that fight. Same thing here. I'm giving them rights to promote for the one fight. But like I said, it still leaves us flexibility for after, just like with Heyman, PBC, Richard, Ringstar, or when I was working through Showtime Network or Fox, gives me flexibility, and that's why I'm able to speak to whoever I want, whoever approaches me. I can sit at the table directly, and that's what I really love and enjoy the most. That leaves me, in a position to leverage and negotiate well for myself. We came to an agreement this time. It makes sense. It makes sense, and now we're here, and we look forward to February 29th, putting on a great show, and I want to see how the team, puts the show together, and, if things go well, then who knows, maybe this extends to further fights, but up until now, I'm very happy with my decision.
With your decision, a lot of younger fighters are going to be looking to you as a role model or a possible roadmap of how to follow their careers. Would you say your past promotional experiences taught you that it's better to operate this way as an agent and do these one-off deals, or is this specific to Mikey Garcia and Mikey Garcia's career plan?
Look, it's most definitely, my former experiences obviously have taught me and have allowed me to learn and now work this way. But I also understand that not every fighter is in the position that I have. Not every fighter has the flexibility or the opportunity to go explore. Some fighters need a promoter, and it's because maybe their career has taken a certain path that either they're not as popular or maybe they're just not the kind of a fighter that intrigues other promoters to come in and work. So they need a promoter. They need someone to just keep them active, keep them busy. I get that. My case might be a little different. I'm able to do it. I'm working fight by fight, and it seems to keep everybody, on check and online, and I love it. It allows me, like I said, all that flexibility in the world, all that freedom. So I'm happy, and I'll continue doing this. I'll continue to do this type of business for me.
And lastly, no details about your agreement, of course, but to keep it all the way 100, how long did you know that Jessie was going to be your opponent, and that how long has this been in the works? How long have you guys been in discussions for a one-fight deal and Jessie as your opponent?
Look, I mean, we started talking, a year and a half ago, obviously, when we first started. But for this particular fight, this particular agreement that we did, it's only been a few weeks. It's been possibly 3 weeks since we came up with this agreement, and we agreed. But we didn't really quite sign anything till just real recent, like a week ago, where I said, okay, it makes sense. We pretty much structured everything about 3 weeks ago and started to really look into, like I said, even the wording. I changed. We made sure that the wording was right for that option. A lot of people don't understand what that might mean, or matching rights or whatever, and I wanted to clarify. So we made sure that everything was done in a way that made sense for me, and we did. We finally agreed, and we made the announcement.
I'm sorry, and one last follow-up question. Obviously, the fight with Spence was very popular in Texas, and this fight could equally be as popular in Los Angeles with you and Jessie, tremendous fan following in both locations. Why Texas over Los Angeles?
Well, I have a lot of fans, in Dallas. I have fans here, obviously, but, for this particular fight, we looked at a lot of venues. There was a lot of interest out of the Ford Center. And being that Dallas has always been great to me, and they haven't been having any big fights recently, other than the big one that we did. We feel we can go back there and do a great show, and fighter like Jessie and myself, action-packed kind of fight with a recipe like that. I think the fans would definitely tune in and come show up for the fight. We looked at LA, we looked at Vegas, other venues, but it made sense to do Dallas, so we're going to Dallas.
Thank you so much. Is Peter getting a raise? He said on Twitter he want a raise.
I already gave it to him. Yeah. No, he didn't have to put that out. He knew it was coming. Everybody got a raise.
All right, everybody going to eat. All right, thank you. Always a pleasure.